Well, Cynthia, this week, CityNews, we've been sharing the multiple ways people are creating fake vaccine certificates in Ontario to exploit a loophole which is being left open by a provincial government who are allowing the old PDF documents that don't include a QR code to be accepted at venues where proof of vaccination is mandatory. Now, after 2 weeks of trying, today we were finally able to ask Ontario's Medical Officer of Health if the old system is finally going to be phased out.
We have advised government. We're monitoring it closely.
Though what that statement from Dr. Moore actually means remains unclear. This week, CityNews has spoken with one individual who's created nearly 100 fake certificates using Photoshop. Yesterday, we told you how young adults are widely sharing how to make counterfeit proof of vaccination documents on the instant messenger app, Snapchat. I even attempted to create a counterfeit on Snapchat myself. As someone who's never used the app, it was simple and quick. Done. About 2 minutes and 13 seconds. I erased my name. I put it in. The font's a little bit bigger and a little bit darker. The provincial government has thus far refused to phase out the old proof of vaccination PDFs, which are susceptible to counterfeiting, even though experts say the newer QR code version is much tougher to forge. That's leaving the opposition today to sound off.
But now we have a challenge where they're fraudulently being obtained. And so the government's got to address that. I think the government's hesitation in taking important public health measures are because they don't want to alienate the anti-vaxxers.
This is something that sits at the feet of the Ford government. It's shocking that they are not more concerned.
This is exactly one of the reasons a premier shouldn't have announced an arbitrary end date for vaccine certificates, because it just creates less of an incentive to have a more robust system.
The Ford government recently announced their plans to ease Ontario's vaccine certificate program on January 17th for bars, restaurants, rec facilities, and other venues. That appears increasingly unlikely with rising case counts and as a new variant of concern continues to spread across the province. Dr. Moore has previously said he would recommend to the Ford government that the province phase out the old certificate program and mandate the QR code certificates if he discovered more cases of forgery. We asked Dr. Moore today if he's yet to have spoken to the Ford government.
If you have, what is the response been? And if you haven't, why not?
So thank you, Adrian. This is an issue that clearly is disconcerting to me. It's important that anyone that's creating fraud realize that there are penalties associated with this.
So, unfortunately, no clear, concise answers from Ontario's Medical Officer of Health when it comes to closing the glaring loophole in the province's proof of vaccination system. It's a story we'll continue to follow in the days ahead.